Welcome back. Part 2, Episode 7. September 6, 2020. 3:05 p.m. I wrote the thank you card for Beep Beep's office. It's going to her assistant. Beep. Just an appreciation card. 6:54 p.m. Madison and I left to mail the thank you card and we went to the cemetery. We went to see Wyatt, then drove around to see Megan. I took pictures. I took the first picture and I asked Madison, take a picture of the same scene from where I'm standing. And I told her, there's a green orb in my picture and I want to see if the green orb is just in my pictures or is it in yours too, and where are they? After we arrived back home and she sent me her pictures, I looked at mine to see which one, if any one of Madison's, matched. She took two pictures. 7:15 p.m. first picture. Green orb in the same picture as in one of my pictures. 7:16 p.m. her second picture. It shows the green orb behind and left of the tree. I do have a picture that resembles her first picture. I do not have a picture that resembles her second picture. When I looked at the pictures and saw the match in one, but I had no picture of Madison's second picture, my thought was, either we have more than one orb, or this one is moving around. I looked at the pictures over and over. This kind of stuff freaks me out, but I know it can be true. And I know too that none of this may ever be known throughout all of this, but there's something that's there that has been guiding me through. So I will keep this to myself unless we need to get a psychic, because I'm willing to do anything to get this resolved. Sooner the better. September 7, 2020. Happy Labor Day. Everyone enjoy the day and be safe and well. Peace be with you. We had a barbecue today and I fixed the food for Madison to have some friends over to swim and eat. While they were enjoying themselves, I wrote down some notes. I was writing down a few notes of events and of how to mandate new laws. I just keep trying to think or do anything I can to help us get something done. We had a good day and enjoyed the food and the company. September 8, 2020. When I woke up this morning, I felt good. I felt rested, and I must have slept well. I stepped onto the front porch to check my mail, and I received a letter back from one I sent. I thought, wow, I hope I don't get too many of these back. I started my day, and as the afternoon moved on, the phone rang. 12:54 p.m. A woman asked to talk to Emily McMahon. I said, this is her. She said, hi, this is Beep from Beep Beep's office. She asked, can I ask you a couple questions about the case? I said, yes. She said, all right. Do you live in Beep? I said, yes, I do. She said, and Jennifer? I said, Jennifer is my niece. She lives in Beep, and she's been helping me with this. She said, oh, all right. I can't even imagine what you are going through. She said, I'm a representative from Beep, and this is out of our jurisdiction. I said, oh, all right. My niece has helped me, and I have been fighting this for almost 6 years, and I have to try whatever and whoever will listen. They can't get away with this. She said, right, but I can't tell you anything or give you any advice to do because this is out of our jurisdiction. She said, I can give you the name of someone that can help you in Beep, though. I said, all right, yes. She said, Beep, Beep. I said, oh, all right. I said, Beep, Beep's already helping us. She had received the letter and she sent it to the Senate, and we did get a response and some help to help draft laws. She said, well, if you have beep, beep helping you, you will get it done. They will draft the laws and legislate them. She said, you can try to send the letter to the governors of the surrounding state to help you legislate them also. I said, oh, all right. I said, I have written letters and sent them to some of the governors of the surrounding state because I know the surrounding states have laws of natural disaster and beep does not. And I thought maybe they could lead us to what we need to do. She said, keep reaching out. She said, I will pass this letter around to see what happens. I said, oh, all right, yes, please. I have to try everything. She said, I will pass it on. I said, yes, I would appreciate any kind of help, and yes, pass the letter on. And thank you so much. She said, yes, I will. She said, keep reaching out. I said, I will. And what did you say your name was? She said, Beep. I said, all right, thank you. Beep. And you have a good day. We hung up the phone. I was so happy. I was so happy not because I got the call. Well, yes, it was, but because I talked through it without crying. It surprised me. 1:19 p.m. I called Jen to talk to her about the call. I said, we got another call and I'm excited about it because I got through it without crying. She said, that is good. I told her what the lady said, and I told her if we have to go in front of Congress, should we take a group of people with us to show support? She said, I don't know. We'd have to research to see. I said, oh, all right. I will try to do that. We talked a little longer and hung up. 2:28 p.m. I messaged Patty to ask her a question. I wrote, question for you. When going in front of Congress, is it good to have a group of people or should it be Jen and I? Patty wrote, Jennifer and you for sure. Time is limited. Have a format, all questions neatly typed so you do not ever repeat. Having multiple sheets could be good too, so they can each take a copy of questions. You can bet they will pay attention even after the meeting. It could also be a nice change for them. I just saw 333. I wrote, thank you. 3:01 p.m. I called Jen back and told her, it's just me and you, kid. She said, all right, that will work. I said, all right, I was just calling to let you know so when they call and if they need us, we can go. She said, all right. Give us some more calls. Give us someone to help us. September 9, 2020. I felt good waking up this morning. 9:08 a.m. Lisa called. We talked for a bit to tell her what I'm doing today. I said, I am going to look up contact information on the governors. She said, oh, good idea. I said, yes, I have sent it to senators and representatives, so now I'm going to send it to the governors. I'm going to also send the governor of beep one too. Lisa said, good. That's a really good idea, and you are doing a great job on this. I said, thank you. I have to keep trying and sending and resending. She said, yes, keep doing it. I have copied off your letters, and I forgot them in my locker at work, but I will get them in the mail to you. I said, oh, all right, thank you. We talked a little longer and then hung up. 10:58 a.m. Patty called. She asked if I was doing all right, and I said, yes, I am. We talked a little bit, and she told me, you are doing a phenomenal job on this case. I said, thank you. We talked about her family and my family and how everyone was doing, and after a little while, she had to go. I put dinner on the stove in one pot. I then got my letters ready to be put in the envelopes. 3:00 p.m. I looked up the governor for beep. I wrote the address on the envelope, and as I looked for the other governors, I would write their address down also. I sent to 6 different states, plus our own. 5:22 p.m. I sent Jen a message to let her know what I'm doing today. I wrote, "Hi baby, I love you all and I hope all is good. Just letting you know I'm sending out letters to the 6 states of the governors of each one, because that lady told me yesterday to keep reaching out. But I want you to know if you get calls from the surrounding states of beep governor offices, let them know we are looking for someone that can help write the laws and get them in place, and to tell us where to go and what to do next. Thank you." Jen wrote, "All right, I will make a note of that." I wrote, "All right, baby." At 6:30 p.m., Madison and Zoe took the letters to the post office to mail them. She dropped them in the box at 6:48 p.m. Thank you, Madison and Zoe. 7:43 p.m., I have decided to copy the letter I wrote to beep, beep. I addressed the envelope to put the letter in it, and it's ready to go. It's raining again, so I will mail it tomorrow. 7 more letters went out today and 1 more tomorrow. I'm sending this letter to beep, but I didn't send one to beep, but I will get one ready and send it to that address. I'm finding that as long as I stay busy doing something, I'm all right during the day, even when I'm by myself. September 10th, 2020, 2:00 p.m. I sat down to address some envelopes because I'm mailing more letters. At 2:16 p.m., I then addressed the envelope for the address in beep to beep, beep, and beep, beep. Help one of these letters get to where it needs to be, and one of these people helps us. 2:59 p.m. My friend is here and was leaving, and I stepped outside onto the porch to check the mail. I opened the box and reached for the mail, and I had received a letter from our governor. Governor beep. I read the letter to my friend, and he said, "Send a copy of the letter with your letter." I said, "Oh yes, good idea." I was excited walking back into the house. I was so excited that I started messaging the ones who are dear to me with this case. 3:06 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "I received a letter from our governor. He gave advice and a phone number and address to contact someone for help." I wrote, "Hey, do you think it would be too forward to send a copy of the governor's letter when I write the letter to the address he gave me? I will get the letter ready to send. I will copy the governor's letter and send it too. Thank you." Handwritten letters really do work. Jen wrote, "Yes, see, you got this." I wrote, "I hope so. I've been feeling good about it lately." 3:12 p.m. I messaged Madison. I wrote, "Baby, we received a letter from the governor today." I then wrote Zoe a message. "We got a letter from our governor today. When they both got back here, they were happy for us." I also sent a message to Susie, Patty, and Lisa. 3:46 p.m. Madison, Zoe, and I left to run some errands, and then we went to the cemetery. I drove back to see and tell Wyatt we love him. I asked him to watch over us and to help us with getting this done. I drove to see Megan. Her flowers are still there, thank God. Someone else has put flowers on their loved one's headstone. I talked to Megan for a little bit, took some pictures, and then we left the cemetery. On our way home, I told Madison and Zoe that while they are gone to the game this evening, I'm going to write a letter specifically to the funeral board. Then I will send the event letter with it and a copy of Governor Beep's letter. They both thought it was a good idea. God, help this to work. 7:36 p.m. I called Patty to get some advice. She didn't answer, so I answered it the best I could. 8:09 p.m. I sat down to copy the governor's letter and copy the letter I wrote to the funeral board. I had to also update the letter because it was written in the past and so much time has gone by. But I did get it done. I put the two letters I had written and then updated in. I put a copy of the governor's letter in the envelope also, and it's ready to be mailed. September 12, 2020. When I woke up this morning, I had a gut feeling. It wasn't a bad feeling, but it was a feeling. I'm going to keep my thoughts positive through this, and hopefully as time goes on, someone will help us. 11:21 a.m. I sent Jen a copy of the governor's letter. I did not hear anything back yet. 1:52 p.m. Patty called. We talked for a little while about what she had been doing. She said, "Em, you are doing a fantastic job." I said, "Thank you." She said, "Wow, Em, this is a new beginning. Hopefully the state will take action." I said, "I hope so too. Keep us in your prayers." She said, "I will. You are always in my prayers." I said, "I may be holding the key to others' complaints." She said, "You will be helping so many others." I said, "Oh, I hope so, but it would make it so much easier on me to get it over with. So pray this is what we need to get this done." I said, "Hopefully it will be the answer to the prayer I have been asking for since November." She said, "I will. Pray for me and I will pray for you. We need to pray for each other." I said, "Oh, I know. I do." We talked and then hung up. I'm so grateful for good friends. 2:58 p.m. Madison and Zoe left to go mail the letter to the Beep funeral board. 3:07 p.m. she dropped the letter in the mailbox at the post office. Thank you, babies. September 14, 2020. Staying positive. I checked the mail this morning and I received a letter back. This makes two, but like I told Madison, 2 out of 61 isn't too bad. She said no, not at all. 2:19 p.m. I checked both letters that were returned, one back on September 8, 2020, and the other one today. But when I looked at the two envelopes, they were addressed to the same name, just two different addresses. So one person, two different addresses. September 14, 2020. 4:30 p.m. Madison and I went to the cemetery. They mowed the grass and Megan's flowers are still there. I did take some pictures as I normally do. I shook Megan's flowers out and stuck them back in the ground west of her tree where she is. We told them, Megan and Wyatt, we love them and to watch over and protect all of us. I asked them to send someone to us, anyone, a group of anyone, to help us. Thank you, my babies, my angels. Thank you, dear God. I am also thinking that the funeral board received their letter today. I'm hoping they will call. I know it won't be today because it's after 5 p.m., but hopefully tomorrow. That would be great. September 17, 2020. This past week is the 4th week of sending letters out. I thought for sure we would hear from the funeral board, but nothing yet. 10:36 a.m. I checked the mail. There was another letter that came back to us from the beep, beep's office. That's 3 letters, 2 different people. I hope this will be all. I need them to get their letters, read them, and want to help us. I have to stay optimistic that someone will help. I have to think and be positive. I have to know someone will be there for us. I told Madison earlier, if I don't hear anything from anyone this week, I will send more letters out next week. So over the weekend, I will get some more ready to be mailed out. September 18, 2020. My heart feels heavy today. 11:25 a.m. I called Jen. I wrote, "Are you still in it with me?" Jen said, "Yes, I'm here and I will be." I said, "All right, I just need to be reassured every now and then." Jen said, "I know." She knows me. 8:20 p.m. Susie called. We talked for hours about everything that has happened and what's happening now. When we were done talking, hours later, I felt better for being able to let it all out. Thank you, Susie, for listening. I pray we all have a good and safe night. September 19, 2020. When I woke up this morning, the heavy feeling in my chest was gone. 3:47 p.m. I went to the mailbox to check to see if we had mail. We did. I received a letter from a U.S. Senator. Beep, beep. The letter said, it thanked me for contacting their Senate office. They appreciated me bringing the issue to their attention. They would like to be of assistance, but it is out of their jurisdiction of the U.S. Senate of the federal government. They regretted not being able to help and would like me to reach out for future help with a federal matter. From beep, beep, Senate office. Thank you so much as well for responding to my letter. September 20th, 2020, 6:14 p.m. Madison and I went to the cemetery. Megan's flowers are still there. Thank God. Thanks to the city of beep. We sat and visited with Wyatt. I talked with him and I got tears in my eyes. Madison then drove around and pulled up to Megan's area. I started taking pictures, and when I was done, I sat there and talked to her for a little bit. I told both my angels that I loved them, and Madison left the cemetery. September 21st, 2020. A new day, a new week. 1:09 p.m. I checked the mail and I received the 4th letter back by 3 different people. My heart sinks when I see one come back, but I think, if I only get a few back, that would be all right. This one is from beep, beep. I believe the ones I'm getting back are the ones that may be out of office. The rest of my day we went to beep, beep to help put up a fence for a horse. It sure was what I needed to do. I needed to get away from the city. I enjoyed being in the country and sitting in the sun with a cool breeze. When Madison was done and it was time to leave, we cleaned up and left. We made it home about 45 minutes later, and I realized after getting off the highway that it doesn't go away forever, only for a little while. September 22nd, 2020. I woke up this morning with a heavy heart. I had an appointment with my doctor today at 1 o'clock. Everything checked out, which is good. After the doctor, I went to the cemetery and I visited with Wyatt. Then I drove around to see Megan. Her flowers are still there and I took some pictures. I prayed to Megan and to all of them to help us get this done. And I told them I loved them, and I left the cemetery and went home. September 23rd, 2020. I woke up this morning and I asked God to give me strength. I said, help someone to help us. I got out of bed and did my normal morning routine. 9:29 a.m. I had a missed call from a United States phone number. I thought at first it was a telemarketer. I didn't think any more about it. A little while later, I noticed that the number from the United States had left a message, and I wanted to listen to it. It seemed odd that if it wasn't important, why would they leave a message? I listened. It's from the office of beep, beep, U.S. Senate. 10:44 a.m. I called beep back. She sounds really nice. She asked me a couple questions and I answered. She told me because it isn't federal, there's not much she can do for us. I said, can you point us in the direction of what we can do? That's what we need, is guidance. She said, yes, have you contacted the Attorney General? I said, I have been sending letters to so many, and I have a list of names I'm sending to. I may have or I may not have yet. She said, yes, get in touch with the Attorney General. She offered to give me his email address and telephone number, and of course I took it. I thanked her, and she was so helpful. 10:49 a.m. Patty called. I could not answer it because I was on the other line. When beep and I were done talking, I told beep, thank you, and we hung up the phone. 10:50 a.m. I called Patty back. We talked a little while and I told her about beep, beep's office calling. She thought that was really good news. I did too. We talked a little while and then hung up. 10:57 a.m. I called and told Jen what beep, beep's assistant said. Jen said, oh really? I told her what she told me to do, and because Jen's the one that has been sending the emails, I asked her, will you send the email to the Attorney General of beep? Jen said, yes. I'm not home yet, but when I get there, I will do it. I said, all right, I will send you his email address. Before we hung up, Jen had said she had a call from beep, but they said because it is not federal, they couldn't do anything for us. I said, yeah, they told me that too. So we have to keep asking to point us where we need to go. She said, I didn't tell you because you get upset, and I don't want to upset you when it's not necessary. I said, I know, baby. We talked a little longer and hung up. 11:10 a.m. I sent Jen the email address. A few minutes later, Jen sent a message saying, email sent. I wrote, thank you, baby. After I was done talking to and sending messages, I put the letter together for the Attorney General. Beep, beep. I put it in the envelope, and as I was licking the envelope closed, my phone rang. It's Jen. 12:34 p.m. Jen called. When I saw her name on the phone, I thought, oh wow, is she wanting to tell me something or did someone call her? Was my thought as I answered her call. Jen said, I have some really good news. I said, all right, being quiet. She said, it's really good news. I said, all right, give it to me, waiting to hear whatever it was. She said, I needed to call to tell you the funeral board called me. I said, really? She said, yes. He asked me some questions and I told him the story as he would ask. I said, all right. She said, he asked me about the caskets. He asked if we had contacted the city. Jen said, I told him yes. My aunt has tried everything. So she started sending letters and Governor Beep sent her a letter to contact you. He said, I have the letter from her in front of me. He asked some more questions and Jen answered them. He told Jen after talking with her that he will investigate this, but he needed a few things. He needed a letter in detail of what happened. He needed emails, receipts, anything to help him understand it. Jen said, "All right." She told me that, and I got emotional. I went from feeling excited to feeling emotionally anxious. Man, my chest is hurting. I'm crying and my head is starting to hurt. Jen and I talked, and she said, "You do not need to do anything today." I said, "I know." She said, "You need a clear head, and right now, because of all of this and your weekend you had, you need to relax today." I said, "I will." Jen and I talked a little longer, and I asked her, "Do you have the list of things he needed?" She said, "Yes, I will send them to you." We told each other we loved each other, and we hung up. 12:50 p.m., Jen messaged me. She wrote, "If you need their phone number for any reason, here it is, and his name is beep." She sent a picture of the name and number of the call from beep, beep, meaning funeral. I wrote, "Thank you, baby. Hey, this is Wednesday. Do you think I have the time to get it all copied and send it to him by Friday or Saturday? Then he will get it the first part of the week or midweek. Should I just send him all case files with copies of emails and maps, or everything I have? Should I send it to him with pictures and tell him I have video of the day of the digging?" Jen wrote, "You should copy the case files and also send the copies of what he asked for. Make sure they are on top with your new letter, because then he could use your case file for some of his investigation." I wrote, "All right. Do you remember everything he asked for? Send me the list." And yes, I agree. I'm so excited, but I'm taking your advice. I need to relax before I get started. And I'm sending everything. Jen wrote, "All right." To be able to start an investigation, he needed a detailed letter about the headstones being moved, how there was proof to that, also the name of the funeral home that cremated the baby and disposed of the casket. He also wanted a copy of the receipt of the casket from back in 1999, if you have it. Also, any new correspondences from recently with the funeral home about the cremation, and also a copy of the email that you sent asking them not to do anything with the baby or the casket until you came in to talk to them. I wrote, "All right, good deal. I have all of that. Thank you so much, baby. Oh my gosh, thank you." Jen wrote, "You are welcome, but I told you before that you didn't have to thank me. I'm just glad I remembered about the email to the funeral home. I told them that we didn't have that in our first letter because we didn't know if there was anything that he could do and be done until we got help with the other part. The other part meaning laws made." I wrote, "I'm sending all emails and letters about that. I'm telling it all. Oh my gosh." Jen wrote, "Just remember to relax and write with a clear mind." I wrote, "I am. I'm going to. Can I call if I need help?" Later tomorrow, of course, but it will be in the evening hours because of the kiddos at school. Jen wrote, "Yes, you can." 9:55 p.m., Madison dropped the letter to beep, beep, our Attorney General, in the mailbox at the post office. Thank you, Madison. Thank you for all your help. September 24th, 2020, 10:10 a.m. I go to the porch to check the mail. Right when I pulled the mail out of the box, I saw a letter from the governor office of beep. I was so excited to open the envelope to see what he said. I read the letter. It said, "Thank you for contacting the office, of course. It went on to tell me that I would need to contact the Attorney General's office and gave me the telephone number and the Consumer Protection Hotline number too. I thought, wow. I said, it's not a letter telling me anything negative. It's a letter of encouragement. I told Madison, it's not a letter saying I don't have anything or he can't help me. He's telling me to contact the Attorney General's office. Madison said, yes, you have something. They're just pointing you where you need to go. I agreed. I told her that if the funeral board doesn't do anything, I will send letters and information to the Attorney General's office, to the states around. Beep! I have to do everything I can. She said, yes, that's a good idea. 10:41 a.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, all right, I received a letter from Beep's governor. We are on the right path because he's telling us to contact the Attorney General. I will send you a copy. Jen wrote, all right, hopefully between us contacting them and then the investigation with the funeral home will get us somewhere. I wrote, yes, that's what I'm thinking. I think the U.S. Attorney General is B, but we may not need him. I did, as I said, I did not work on it yesterday. I changed my living room around. I cleaned. And I'm going to start a rough draft later this evening because it will be quiet around here. So I will start working on it this evening and tomorrow. I love you, baby, and you know. Jen wrote, good. You need to be relaxed, and I love you. I wrote, yes, clear-minded. I put it out of my mind yesterday because, like you said, my mind needed to be clear. So as long as there are no upsets today, I will be good to get it started. And just like I told Madison, these people outside of Beep are seeing it and giving us advice, which someone beat them to it, but the letter and emails are sent to the Beep, Beep, in Beep, AG Attorney General. As you can see the letter today. Those people would be saying something totally different if we had nothing. We will get this. Jen wrote, yes, we will. Just stay positive. 9:43 p.m. I will definitely work on a rough draft tomorrow and see how much of it I can put together tomorrow and Saturday. Wish me luck. Thank you all. September 25th, 2020. My morning started and my brother John had called. We talked for about 20 minutes and I went to check my mail. I received another letter, but this time it was from Beep, Beep, U.S. Senator. He said because he's out of Beep and I live in Beep, I would have to contact Beep's senators. I have contacted the one he named, Beep, Beep, and Beep, Beep. I'm not sure if I had sent him a letter yet, but Beep said I have taken the liberty of forwarding your information to their offices and trust that you will be hearing from them soon. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you, Senator. Beep. Thank you so much. 11 a.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, this guy here sent it to Beep, Beep. I had already contacted him the other day and heard back from him. And Beep, Beep, too. I think it's awesome he helped us out by sending it on to them. Jen wrote, that is awesome. I wrote, yay! We gotta just keep moving forward. Jen wrote, and we will. 2:28 p.m. I messaged Jen and I wrote, "Hi baby, I need to ask something." She wrote, "All right." I wrote, "That man you talked to, did he sound like a nice man?" Jen wrote, "He sounded like a really nice man that sounded like he felt this whole thing was horrible." I wrote, "All right." And then, "Do you think it would be all right to type out the detailed letter so in case I make a mistake or leave something out, it will be easier to go back and put it in, as if I handwrite it, it would have to be rewritten over and over. What do you think?" Jen wrote, "Yes, typing, that would be perfect. That way no one can say they can't read it." 2:40 p.m. I start writing. I wrote, "I'm writing now, and I'm feeling happy about that letter I received today and where we are now with this. I owe you so much. I love and appreciate everything you've been doing, and I love you and have a good day." Jen wrote, "We love you too, and I'm here anytime you need me." I wrote, "All right, I may later." I sent the first paragraph of the first page. I wrote, "This is something I started earlier, writing down thoughts of how to start it. What do you think?" Jen wrote, "Looks great." 2:44 p.m. I wrote, "All right, good deal. Thank you." 3:11 p.m. I sent 2.5 more pages to Jen. I wrote, "All right, this is what I have. It's a rough draft, some out of order, but most of it is in the order. Let me know. Then should I go into the timeline?" Jen wrote, "That's good. Go into the timeline and make sure you put in there the details of what happened with the funeral home after they dug up that casket." I wrote, "Yes, it will all be in there. I'm writing it out so I have something to copy it off as I type it. I'm staying in touch, okay?" Jen wrote, "Okay." Lisa messaged and wrote, "I'm sending the letters copied back to you tomorrow after I get out of work." I wrote, "Thank you." 5:08 p.m. I sent Jen a message and I wrote, "All right, 10 pages, long notes." It started at page 3, halfway down where we left off earlier, okay? I sent page 3 first, then I sent pages 4, 5, and 6. I sent page 7, then 8, 9, and 10. Jen wrote, "You are doing great." I wrote, "All right, hopefully you got them in order, but if not, the page number are on top of the page. Thank you, baby." Jen wrote, "You're welcome." I'm waiting to start typing my detailed letter. I'm getting my boxes of pictures and paperwork out of the closet so I can fill in dates and events, word for word. 6:32 p.m. I started typing my detailed letter. I typed until about 12:36 a.m. I'm nowhere near done. Prayers needed. September 26, 2020. After I started my day, I finished going through the box of Megan's paperwork. I have everything that Jen said that man wanted, plus. I have some things he didn't ask for, but I'm going to send that too. Thank you to all for the prayers. 12:52 p.m. I checked the mail and I received another letter from the governor of Beep. Not just a letter of regret, but also a sheet of names and addresses of people that could help. That made me really happy. 12:54 p.m. I messaged Jen and I sent her the 2 copies of the letter. I wrote, "Look what we received today," but not just a letter of regret, but a list of names and addresses to get help. Jen wrote, "That's awesome." I wrote, "Yes. Thank you so much, Governor." Beep, beep. I really feel good about writing the letters. The newspaper ads didn't work. The emails didn't work. but I'm happy that the letters are. Thank you, dear God. 3:36 p.m. Madison and I went to the cemetery, and I needed to take a break. When I arrived, I pulled in on the east side of the cemetery, and as I reached the small hill, I could see Megan's flowers were still there. Then I noticed a tractor and a city truck. My stomach felt nervous. So I drove back to see Wyatt, and I kept an eye on the workers. Looks like they had a funeral. When I arrived by Wyatt, I slowed down the car, but I did not come to a complete stop. I told Wyatt we loved him, and I drove to the far south end of the cemetery and turned around. I drove back the same way I drove in, and when we got near the street to turn on to go see Megan, I told Madison, I said, baby, we are not going to go see Sissy today. I feel I need to get out of the cemetery. And we left. As I was pulling out, I told my angels, we love you. We took a drive to the country, and a couple hours later, we went home. 9:18 p.m. I started the description of pictures page. I wrote out the descriptions and have the pictures in order. I will finish tomorrow, I hope. September 27, 2020. This morning when I woke up, I was eager to get some more done and get to the finish line. I did get all the pictures organized and ready to be copied. I have all the documents the man wanted, and I'm ready to copy them also. I did copy some. I'm getting closer to being done. September 28, 2020. Monday. We are jamming. Madison's getting the pictures copied. I'm copying the paperwork. We are trying to get it in order. We are. 10:29 a.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, good morning, baby. I'm getting pictures together and putting everything in order. Do you have the pictures of the reenactments? If you do, will you send them to me? Hope all is well and doing good. Jen wrote, the reenactments that we posted? I wrote, yes. Jen wrote, I can go on Facebook after I eat and pull them up and copy them and send them. I wrote, when you have time, baby. Yes, after you eat. I said, remember a few weeks ago to a month, I accidentally deleted all of your messages, or I would have them. Jen wrote, I know, it's all right. I have them and I will send them. I wrote, all right, thank you. Jen sent me 5 pictures, 1 from 2008 and 4 from 2020. I wrote, thank you, baby. 1:49 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, it's just a rant, but I'm feeling it. I'm so overwhelmed, and I should have already had this done and ready for him when he asked. But I'm so damn stressed and nervous and crying. I just want to bury my head and not ever come back. But I know I can't. I know I have to get this done. And I'm almost there. And maybe that's why I'm feeling like this. But as I get this one done, I will put 3 more together. So I will have a few for anyone that may need one. Jen wrote, Aunt Em, you are doing awesome. I know it can be stressful and emotional, but you got this. Grandma and Megan are with you, looking over you. I wrote, thank you, baby. Jen wrote, you're welcome. I went back to doing what I could. 9:02 p.m., Madison and I are sitting in the middle of the living room floor, sorting pictures and putting them in order. We got it done. 12:36 a.m. on September 29, 2020. We finished with the pictures and we went to bed. I'm exhausted, I'm stressed, and I hurt. 7:56 p.m. We are done. I had a few last minute things to do, as in the tabs that go in the sleeves of the dividers. I also wrote a letter to the nice man that wanted it all in front of him, and I sent everything but emails between me and my attorney. A few papers too that aren't really important unless we need it. We went to my son's house and I shared the news with them about having it done, and I showed them a few of the pictures. And Shia, my daughter-in-law, said, "Oh my God." I said yes. I talked with them for a few minutes and we left to go home. I'm crying. I'm trying to calm my body down from the stress, the anxiety, and the pain. When I got home, I had to lay down. 10:19 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "My baby, my baby, my baby. We got it done. Madison has been a big help. I'm so relieved, and if he needs to have or know anything else, maybe if your phone can, maybe we can do a three-way call, if possible. Oh my gosh, I got it done. It will be mailed tomorrow morning. Beep, beep. Good night." Jen wrote, "I will pray. Good night. Yes, my phone does a three-way calling." I wrote, "All right. Sorry, I know it's late. I just wanted you to know." Jen wrote, "It's okay." September 30th, 2020. Madison got up to go to work and she mailed it on her way. It was mailed at 10:02 a.m. 2:25 p.m. I messaged Jen. I wrote, "Hi baby, I have been busy, but I wanted to let you know it was put in the mail at 10:02 a.m. and he will receive it tomorrow. And you know the 2 words." Okay, so now we wait a few and see. We need a lot of prayers. I love you all and have a good day. I have to get out of here and relax for a few hours. Jen wrote, "Go find something to do to relax." I wrote, "Oh, and we have a few extra copies, but like Madison said, hopefully we won't need them." Yes, hopefully not. Jen wrote, "Hopefully not, but a good idea to have extras." I wrote, "Oh, I know. I'm leaving in about 25 minutes. I will be back this evening. Madison and Zoe are going with me, or will be. Zoe's here now, but when Madison gets off work and she is ready, we will leave." Jen wrote, "Enjoy yourself." October 1st, 2020. This morning when I woke up, I felt a peaceful feeling. I'm trying not to think and doubt of the people, but I really hope that this man is sincere in helping us. As I say, I can't hit another brick wall. But I don't know why I say that, because if I do, I will do whatever I have to keep moving forward. Lisa and Patty had called to check in on me, which the conversations helped. I'm being hopeful. Prayers for me, prayers for us, prayers for them. Patty asked, "Had you thought of a name for the law?" I said, "I have, but like I said before, I believe they have a Megan's Law. I thought of 4499, but this just isn't about Megan anymore." So I told my sister Susie that I need to think of a name, or maybe when it comes to that point, we can all think of a name. Patty said, "How about, is there a name for the area?" I said, "Babyland 6 West." She said, "How about 6 West Law?" I like it. I said, "Aw, that's a good one." She said, "Then it would refer to all of them." I said, "Yes, I like that one." She said, "Yeah, I believe that's what it will be when we get to that point." Thank you, Patty. Dear God, thank you for this day. And you know, as my day has gone by, I'm relieved I was able to get the file out, and hopefully he did receive it today. I forgot to put a reenactment picture in, but I think I can show it at another time if I get that chance. For some reason, I'm emotional today. I figured it's because of the past 4 days, and then I thought it's because before I would worry and stress over finding someone to help us, and hopefully Beep will help us. Now I worry and stress he will help, and everything will work out for the people in Megan and for all of us. Wow, you can't win without losing. God be with us. October 2nd, 2020. As usual, I woke up and had to stop myself from thinking the wrong thoughts. I thought to myself, I can't do that. I can't go there. 9:54 a.m. Lisa called. We talked for a little while, and as we were talking, I told her, when I wake up in the mornings, not all mornings, but most mornings, when I wake up, I have to train myself not to go to the dark place. She said, "Oh, I know. Are you doing all right today?" I said, "Yes, I'm all right. But I did have to stop myself this morning. I'm going to try to stay busy today as much as I can." She said, "Yes, that would be good." We talked a little longer and hung up. Thank you for listening. I look forward to you listening to the next episode. If you have any comments or questions, you can email me at lowercase letters Emily McMahon, EmilymcMahan 208 at gmail.com. Stay kind with your words, and thank you for listening.